Hey, what's up, guys? It's Andrew Santowski here. I'm giving you another early prediction video, this time for the main event. For the first fight, for the first event of 2022, which will be Kelvin Kattar against Giga Chikadze. This is just got announced, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago as the main event for the, like I said, for the first event, for the first UFC event of 2022. It'll take place on Saturday, January 15th, 2022 on ESPN Plus. It's exactly 1 year after Kelvin Kattar last fought, and he opened up 2021 in the first event against Max Holloway, where Max Holloway put on a striking clinic against him. So it'll be very interesting to see what type of long-term damage that Kelvin Kattar has possibly sustained, if it'll even look the same as he did prior to the Max Holloway fight now, after the damage that he sustained in the Holloway fight, where Holloway just looked invincible, unstoppable, put up crazy striking numbers, and it was just you kind of wanted to see that fight stopped after the first round or two. I mean, because that 5 rounds is just an absolute, he took so much damage, man. And Giga Chikadze here, man, this guy is calling out all the big names at featherweight. He wants to fight for the belt. These guys are both the same age. They're both 33 years old. They're in the later stages of their fight career. And Giga Chikadze, like I said, man, he hasn't lost in the UFC. He wants to fight Max Holloway. He wants to fight Volkanovski, and so they've been trying to make this fight for a long time, from what I've heard. The number 5 ranked guy in the featherweight division on Tapology in the world against the number 6 featherweight in the world per Tapology. I don't even like using the UFC rankings. It really doesn't matter to me. But yeah, let's go into Kelvin Kattar here. Like I said, 33 years old, featherweight, 72-inch reach, 5'11", big guy for featherweight, man. Always looks like he's got a massive frame for the division. Lost to Max Holloway by decision. Beat Dan Ige, Jeremy Stevens. Lost Zabit in a 3-round main event in November of 2019, but we could see Kattar was taking over the 3rd round of that fight. Zabit's got questionable cardio. Beat Lamas, beat Fishgold, lost to Moicano, and then Moicano still fought at featherweight and looked good. Beat Burgos and Feely, and like I said, he made his debut against Feely as a big dog and just put a nice striking clinic on him, man. And so let's look at Giga. He's got a big kickboxing background here. 33 years old, 74-inch reach, 6 foot, so he's an inch taller, and he's got a 2-inch reach. Another big guy for featherweight. Beat Barboza, beat Swanson, Simmons, Morales, Rivera, Emmers, Brandon Davis. I mean, this guy, what is he, 6-0 in the UFC? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7-0 in the UFC, man. He's just unbelievable. He's training at a good gym out of King's MMA, and it's going to be a scrap, man. I mean, they might be trying to push Giga here to get a win over Kattar, just because Kattar just took a loss. So, I mean, he's going to be a little bit away from contention here, but especially if Max wins the belt. But either of these guys can win here, fight another fight, and then fight for the belt. These guys are very close. Featherweight division is absolutely stacked. I think the featherweight's the best division right now outside of bantamweight. And I love this division, man, and this is a great fight, and I'm glad it's headlining this event. But let's go into the odds real quick. BetOnline opened this, I think, the other day, and I think they opened Chikadze. It's giving me a hard time loading. They opened Chikadze minus 175, which is kind of crazy. I thought Kattar was going to get a little more respect. And Kattar plus 150, the current odds on BetOnline, which, like I said, this is just BetOnline, is minus 170 Chikadze, plus 145 Kattar. So, my opinion is I think this is a dog or pass fight, man. We don't know what Kelvin Kattar is going to look like. He's going to be competitive, that's for sure. I don't see Giga getting him out of there. I think this is going to be a close fight. Could see a 2-2 going into the 5th. Or, hey, maybe Kattar's more of a boxer. Chikadze's more of a kicker, but Chikadze's also got a little bit of hand development as well. And I don't think this will go to the ground. Both got pretty good takedown defense. But Kattar's got to watch his lead leg from getting chewed up, you know. So Kattar's going to want to keep this in boxing distance. I think the fight actually favors Kattar. We just don't know what Kattar's going to look like. I think this is a tough fight for Giga. I think all these fights are tough for all these guys in the top 5. None of these fights are easy, but at plus 145, the value's on Kattar, in my opinion. I thought this fight would be more closer to pick'em. Well, maybe Kattar is a slight favorite, but the way Kattar looked in his last fight and just getting dominated, people are probably questioning what Kattar's going to look like here. Giga's on a 7-fight UFC win streak. So he's got the surge behind him. You know, the hype behind him. Kattar's taking a year off. Don't really know what he's going to look like, man. But at plus 145, I can only look Kattar here. Can't lay the minus 170 on Giga here in a close fight like this. These guys are going to bring it, man. Both these guys are warriors and top-notch fighters, man. And when you're talking about minus 170, plus 145, you got to look at the plus 145 side here, guys. I mean, there's no question about it. Can Giga win? Absolutely. Can Kattar win? Absolutely. But you got to favor the underdog here. How are you going to lay that minus 170 price and feel confident in it? You can't. You can't. You know, so my pick's going to be Kattar here. I do think there's value on Kattar. But I think this line's are really going to tighten up come fight time and when other books open the odds on this fight. So my pick's going to be Kattar here by decision, but this could easily go to Giga as well. But the value is on Kattar, in my opinion.